Hello and welcome. This is the beginning of a series where I will be showing you how I develop a WordPress website from complete scratch up to the finished product. With that being said though, it will probably have some shortcuts that I'm taking because this is a internal project for the company, and so I have limited time, and sometimes there will be just shortcuts that are being taken. So yeah, just a fair warning there. With that being said though, I do want to take a couple of minutes to talk a little bit about how I plan on doing this and what you can expect, so that you know ahead of time what this is kind of going to be like. So the main thing is that this is going to be live streaming, so it's not gonna have a polished look. It's not gonna be condensed in any way. It's going to be just like raw coding and debugging and reading documentation on my part and trying to figure out why things don't work and stuff like that. Yeah, so if you're expecting something that you can sit through and watch in a couple of hours and have a good understanding of how to develop WordPress website, then this might not necessarily be for you, and that's fine. I'm actually not sure how many people have the time necessary and devotion to sit through all of those videos, maybe, but I'm looking forward to meeting some of those people. Yeah. To me at least, it's I like this approach. I mean, obviously it's easier for me because I don't have to do any editing or anything like that, but I also like it because it has the potential to show exactly how I handle certain situations like debugging and figuring out problems and finding solutions, which if I do in a scripted way, I might miss some important details that don't look important to me but are actually critical. And yeah, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of those situations. And yeah, that's kind of what it's going to be like. If I had to estimate how long this is going to take, I'd say maybe somewhere between 10 to 12 installments of those videos, with each one taking probably around 2 hours, more or less. Yeah, so that's kind of what the idea is here, and I hope that if you are interested in this, you'll find something useful and you'll find some of the information that you see here of value, and you'll learn some new stuff. Yeah, the other thing is the prep that I'm doing before each video will pretty much be just prep around the stream itself, just like making sure that the audio is okay, which I think it's fine now. And I won't be doing much prep in terms of reading documentation or trying things or working on the side. It's all gonna happen here on stream for everyone to see. And yes, that's a little scary. Yeah, so it's all gonna happen here. I was very tempted to actually try setting up this stuff that I'm going to set up here because I have never done it before, but I was able to not do that somehow. With that out of the way, I'd say let's get down to it. So for this project, since I mentioned before, it is an internal project, and so we don't have a strict deadline. We don't have anyone besides me. Well, I guess the rest of the people on our team too. But we don't have someone pushing hard to get this done quickly. So I decided to try something new and something that looks very cool in terms of an idea. And I hope it will be pretty cool to use it as well. And that's the root stack. For those of you that are even less familiar than me with the root stack is a set of tools that is supposed to help you streamline your WordPress development. At the very top you have Trellis, which helps you set up a development and production environment and helps you automate this process. I will not be using Trellis because I already have my local environment set up with just the LAMP stack, Nginx, and the rest of the things. So I will not need this. and I'll skip this step in this case. The next layer is Bedrock, which is, as they say here, I don't know that much about it. I've barely read much on Roots, but it's a WordPress boilerplate to organize your WordPress projects better, improve configuration files, and manage plugins with Composer. For one of the projects that we're working on here, we do use Composer to manage WordPress and all of the installed plugins. And I see the benefit and I like it. And actually the main reason that I wanted to go with this way is so that I can have only the essential files in my GitHub repository for this project. I've seen, I say GitHub, but I mean Git. Anyway, I've seen Git repositories that have all of the WordPress files included. Not great. I have, on the other hand, I've been doing WordPress repositories that only contain, well, one repository for the theme and one for the plugin. It gets rid of the noise, but then if you lose a backup, you don't really have a way to set up the all of the plugins and everything that was installed. So also not great. With this, you pretty much end up with a composer file, a composer file that anyone can download the repository. It's much smaller, and you just install everything through Composer, and you're pretty much good to go. And so I like that approach very much. And finally, at the bottom of the stack, you have Sage, which is their starter theme, and it looks pretty cool. I have to say, you have a variety of choice for front-end frameworks. I think I'm going to go with Foundation in this case. So let's get into it. So I'll skip over how my local setup. The basics of it is that I have Nginx set up, and I have my file that says this hostname serves this content from this location, you know, the usual Nginx things, and then just PHP FPM, and I don't have a database. That's okay. I can create a database. Yeah, so that's just the basic of the site, and then I have an entry in my host file that just points this domain to my local host. With that being said, let's come over here and maybe actually read the documentation first. Okay. Because I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. Right now I don't have anything here. I just have I guess I have this test file to make sure PHP is working. As I was saying, I don't have anything here besides phpstorm's files and stuff like that. You can, okay. Project, use Bedrock. So yeah, this is the cool stuff. Composer has lots of things that can make your life easier, and I like using it. And yeah, I guess that might take some time. I guess I could, in the meantime, adjust some of these fonts. Okay. Let's see. Editor. Okay. Scratchpad. Sure. Oh, okay, Composer stuff finished installing. I was thinking about actually fixing the define the core scheme. Ah, okay. Okay, let's try this. That seems a little better. Okay, console font. Yes, also bigger. Not sure that did much. Let's try. Maybe I need to open a new one. No? Okay, well, I guess this will be smaller. This stuff is slightly bigger now. Bedrock. Okay, yeah. I don't often use Composer, especially to set up new things. Bedrock. Okay. Everything from Bedrock is over here. Okay, I guess Terminal is somewhat readable. Oh no, you can see. Oh, okay, let me fix this real quick. Okay, let's see if that helps enough. Okay, much better. Much better. Okay, perfect. So, we have all our files here. Web. That's where I need to point that thing. Okay, I guess now's a good time to actually set up my database. Just 1 second, I need to do that real quick. Oh, spell. What's the point of generating a password if everyone's gonna see it? That's fine. Localhost, okay. Okay. Go. Okay, don't save that. Okay, so we have set up some of our stuff here in this .m file. And so what this m file, I presume it does, is probably everything that's defined here will probably define a constant with the same name in PHP, in addition to probably being able to use getenv to actually get some of these configuration variables. I guess I could switch to the browser real quick. Hold on. Okay, I'll fill out some of these items. Development. This. WP. Okay. Oh, they have their own salts. Yay. Okay. I mean, this is very similar to your wp-config PHP file, except for you're just setting up the sensitive information in this file. And then you, of course, still have your wp-config file right here, which looks different, of course. Where's rights and config environments? Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, they have this basic file here, but you also just okay, required. So yeah, you can define other things in here, which is pretty cool. So you can define whether you want the debug and script debugging, all those to be turned on or not. Yeah, and these files are unique per environment. And in application PHP, as they say here, you set up your production configuration in here, and then you can add things and modify things in the individual environment specific files, which is pretty cool. Neat, obviously. Okay, well, let me set up these things real quick. Database things and whatnot. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can connect to the database, that's good. Okay, and I can get rid of this end file. No, okay, back to the code. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me change these cells real quick. Okay. Okay, so I have all my .env things in place, and now it should be just a matter of just installing WordPress, right? I think. Let's see. Oh, I do need to actually. Okay, 1 second. I need to update where the root of my virtual host on Nginx points to. And I'll do this real quick. So essentially what they do is they set it up so that you have some private files and directories in here, and then you're supposed to point the root of your virtual host to the web directory. And yeah, whereas if you're just developing on MAMP or something like that, or something, you would usually just point it directly at the files and just forget about it. It's slightly different here, but it makes sense. Okay, so the root is in web, and let's see if it actually loads now. There we go. Here's our installation page. Okay, let me switch over to here. I'll generate a password real quick. Okay. Yes. install WordPress. Okay. And log into our site. And boom, we have a brand new WordPress 5.03. Sweet. So that was the easy part. The next things on here were, let's take a look. Setting up Bedrock, that's done. Setting up Sage. Actually, I should maybe set up the project repository first. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, that worked. Okay, and essentially, I'm just going to initialize an empty repository. See what is going to be included. We don't have the .env file, so that's good. We have everything in the web. Actually, this should be better. There we go. Yeah. So see what that's what I was talking about. We have a full WordPress environment right here. We have all of the WordPress files and all of that, and none of that is going to actually go into the repository. Now, if someone checks out this repository, all they have to do is composer install, and based on the composer log file, they're gonna get everything that they need set up, and that's the cool part of it. That the repository will stay nice and small with only the absolute necessary things that we need. Obviously, the .env file is not being committed because you should not be committing sensitive information in your repositories, because it's not a good idea. Alright, sweet. This is the initial commit. Let's push it over. Oh, right. Mode, add, origin. Git push origin. Setup stream. Okay. And over under repository, we have now our actual files, which are right here. Sweet. Okay, now with this done, I'm not sure if I should be committing this one. I still haven't figured out which files from the phpstorm folder I can actually commit, because there are useful things that you will want to commit there. For example, you can add configurations for npm and other things that you can just automatically run, but not all of the files should probably be committed. Oh well, too late now. I'll research on this later on. I'll let you know if I have a better answer. Okay, so the next thing is to set up the theme. Again, Sage. Learn more about Sage. I think I'm done with Bedrock. I guess this is gonna come useful, but yeah, I'll get to this later. Okay, I'll keep this open. So, composer, create project, root Sage. Create project. I know that we can change the folder where this is going to end up into. Okay, path. Okay. So essentially, web app themes, composer, create project, root sage, and the name of the theme folder. I think, right? Perhaps. Let's check something real quick. Okay. Yeah. Again, the composer setting everything up for us, just installing all of the requirements, and yeah, we can just take a sip of water while we're waiting for this. Maybe I could have been showing what's going on. I'll get used to this, I promise. Okay, so yeah, what I did was inside of the themes folder, web app themes, I did composer create project root/sage, and then the name of the theme folder. And yeah, it just downloaded all the necessary dependencies, and it's doing some setting up. Oh, theme name, it's asking me. Back products. Okay. Sure. System. Very descriptive. New version. Definitely not 907. I like starting from the basic. Okay, local development euro 2%. Okay, it's asking for this too. Cool. No. No. Okay, 1 second. I saw that there's 2 slashes in here. There should not be 2 slashes in there. Let's see. Ah, yes. There. Oh, come on. Oh, because it's reflecting. Yeah, okay. Much better. Much better. Sure. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Local paths of theme directory. Wait, what? This is confusing. Okay. Products. Okay, I would like to use foundation. I haven't even heard of most of these. I've only heard of foundation and bootstrap. Okay, she wants to override the following files. I don't know. Why are you asking me this? What is this? I don't know if I want to override them. Yes? No. I was confused by this. I don't think this is a good is it because I selected to have a framework? Okay. That was a confusing question. Okay, well, if it doesn't work, we can always restart it later. Okay, so yarn and yarn build. Okay, if you say so. Okay. Yarn is the faster NPM. That's what they say. This widget is pretty cool. I like this. Now, not to say that this is a sign, but it's a sign. You should probably go to WordPress Plovdiv if you're from Bulgaria. WordPress, I mean WordCamp Plovdiv. Yes, it's happening in May. It's their first WordCamp ever, so it's gonna be fun. You have to go support them. Yeah, once upon a time, all we had to download was like WordPress archive, and then we started working. Oh, the tabs have changed. But no, I mean, this is pretty cool. Yeah. It's nice that you can just get something and start working with it. And I mean, I guess you have to learn all of their opinionated pieces, but still. Okay. I mean, fine. Not right now though. It's building modules. Oh my god, that went much more quickly than I expected. Okay, and I finished compiling things. Okay, let's activate our theme and see what we are left with. Can I not have any of these? Wait. Ooh, it's ignoring the themes, all the theme files. No, it's not. Never mind. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so the theme is in here. Oh, is it ignoring the default themes? Wait, no. Active. I like to get rid of the default themes on custom sites that I've got because I will not need them. So why have them there? I mean, they're cool, but what? Oh, this is in this is in here, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Wow, that's a lot of default themes. 20 star. There we go. I wonder if it will install them automatically when WordPress gets updated for Composer. I have no clue. Okay, themes, yes, does not exist. Activate our theme. New theme activated. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see what we have to work with here. I don't like this one. Okay, yeah. Yep. Welcome to the world of Webpack and modules, and yeah, that we were starting with 600 kilobytes already. That's gonna be fun. That's fine. Okay. I promise I will actually remember to switch scenes when I'm looking at the other screen. I still forget that it doesn't happen automatically. Anyway, what I was having fun with is that we have 600 kilobytes for pretty much an empty site. So, yay, with more than half of it coming from our JavaScript bundle. Okay. Let me try something real quick. Oh, that's gonna screw it up, isn't it? Let's try something. Oh. Yep. Yeah, you probably lost my face. I'm gonna be back. This is my bike over there. I write that in the office. I definitely did not meant to show that, but hold on. You must see what I write as well. Oh. Well, there's a better view of my bike. Hold on a second. I'm getting there. I'm coming back. Let's see. Okay, a little bit more here. Ah, beautiful. Okay, I'm a little smaller. I'll make myself a little bit bigger. Perfect, perfect. There. I imagine that there should be no more video cam lag, I imagine. Okay, I have like another hour. Oh wow, gee, I did not expect that much free time. Okay, well, fun. I don't know where to start next. I guess, okay, so yes, that caught me unprepared. I'm using your foundation. Okay, so foundation. So foundation for sites. Okay, I want the documentation for foundation for sites. Maybe the docs. SAS functions. Getting started. Installation, maybe. So what I want to do here is make sure that I only include what I need from foundation instead of including everything. And I was doing some looking up the other day. SAS. And I did find that you can do that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it can be foundation everything, or you can include specific modules from foundation, which this is super cool. Like you wouldn't, you know, like back in the day where you had to import the whole thing, which could end up being, you know, hundreds of kilobytes. I mean, granted, I've never been much of a performance person, but still, it's cool that you can actually opt in to use exactly what you need and pick and choose instead of getting the whole package. So let's see where this would belong somewhere. So in the app, themes, assets, okay, styles. We have some config here. Okay. I don't care about this config right now. Main SCSS maybe? Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, import stuff from AltaLoad. Foundation, okay. Yeah, so here, yeah, it includes foundation everything. And let's try not to include foundation everything and see how much we're gonna cry because of that. So I'm not sure why some of these are commented out. Oh, because it's one of these. Okay, you use one of these. Okay. Foundation. Float classes, visibility classes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, what we have here in the documentation is correct. Sage preset, sage preset. Sites SCSS foundation. Okay, so it's already importing it. And actually, what I would like to do is define a new configuration. Specifically, yarn. Where's yarn? No. phpstorm, you're lagging behind. Where's yarn? Okay. No. Package manager. Oh, wait. Haha, okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yes, this package. Okay, I have to give a proper shout out. phpstorm, and I mean JetBrains in general, their IDs are lit, like so good. I never believed in IDs because I was like, that's way too much clutter, too slow, too big of a everything hog. But no, it's totally worth it in the end. Look at this. Look at this. I don't have to type anything. It just comes here, and I can select it, and oh. Okay, I think I need start. I'm not sure though. Yarn start, live reloading and injection. Yep, I think that is exactly what I need. Okay. Yarn start. Okay, run. I think that's fine. I'm hoping it will figure it out on its own. Okay, and let's go. Bedrock. Let's call it Bedrock. Okay, apply. Okay, and right now I can just see. That's one of the things. If all of those configurations go into your repository, then everyone on your team working on the project can just come in here and just go like this, and magic works, you know. Sweet. And of course you didn't see any of that. Shoot. I am going to remember. I'm going to keep repeating this, and oh, that's ugly. What I meant by ugly, this is ugly. I'm not sure. Oh, it's ugly because, okay, that's fine. That's actually fine. Main CSS. That means big. Why didn't you find it though? That's strange. I'm not sure why it's not loading any of this stuff. Okay. Now back to what I was actually trying to show, and probably it's not gonna show up, is it? Yes, it doesn't show up. Oh no. I know. Okay, 1 second. Here, I'll move it over to the screen. Okay. Yeah, so essentially what I did just now was add a configuration, npm, and look, the cool stuff is here. You can choose the package manager. I wasn't sure because they didn't have a yarn entry here, but it's essentially the same as npm. So you select the yarn package manager, and then you select which package.json you want to use. Awesome. I mean, like literally awesome, because you could have multiple package.json and you don't have to type it in. You just select it in here. You say that you want, you want to run stuff, and scripts, it reads your package.json and it gives you all of your scripts from in there, and you don't have to type a thing, So I just add a start, and I change the name to devwatch and saved it, and then I can run it, and it's as simple as that, which is so cool, like really cool. Anyway though, back to here. Yeah, and then the only thing I have to do is select devwatch from here, start run, and it just runs the whole thing, and it does its magic, and yeah, that's all. Running into an error though. Movable. Oh, okay, that's because I need things to include. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to grab all of these over, and I'm gonna add them in here in this foundation CSS, and I'll get rid of the optional ones. Well, these are not optional, so these ones that are coming out, you have to choose, if you're gonna use the float classes, you're gonna include them, otherwise if you're gonna use the flex class, you're gonna include them. So yeah, get rid of these, because I'm gonna comment everything out and add things one by one. Global styles, forms, typography. I can keep these. XY group classes, yes, please. Okay, and leave the helpers and goodbye everything else, and we'll see exactly how much pain we're gonna be in. Okay, so in here, is it able to build? Still not able to build. Okay, so it's still looking. Import loop has been found. What? Oh, sorry. There we go. Still no buttons. Okay. As I was saying, I might be in a world of pain for this. And I might just have to give up and actually import everything. Let's see. Really? Expect double quotes. Where do you see single quotes? What? Where? Oh, line 16. There's nothing in line 16. Or is it happening in X? Oh, okay. Woohoo! Success. And let's see if this looks. There we go. That looks a little better. So I'm not finding main CSS for some odd reason. I've noticed this. Where are you pulling from this though? I'm pretty sure there should be nothing in this, because we haven't built it for that. Okay. Use materials for assets. Okay, so assets PHP. Okay. I need help. Okay, documentation. Anything about this here? Nope. Development and building. Okay. Okay, yarn add. Okay, so that's how we add third-party packages. That's fine. Okay, but what about theme assets? Okay, I guess I might have to start from the beginning, like most people do. Process when file changes are made, start processing session. Okay. Yarn start. CSS suggests directly to dump from memory without first starting with disk. Okay. Yes, very, very nice. Now working with disk, browser was returned. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, well, thank you for having that in the documentation so I don't have to freak out. Okay, well, I can ignore it. That's fine. Perfectly fine with me. Okay, well, so we have a basic page with not much on it. What do we have in terms of weight? Oh, 2 bytes. Oh, oh, yes, very, very nice. Uh, yes, but that's okay. That's just the dev build. It has all of the things in it, so that's fine. That's fine. We can go into optimizing things later. Okay. So right now what we have is we have our browser sync version and the version where we can log into the WordPress admin. And yeah, browser sync is pretty cool because it lets us change stuff real easy and it just automatically reloads stuff. Well, I guess I might as well just start doing coding things with the code. Okay, so they have some structure here that I'm not familiar with, and I will probably make a mess of it. But that's fine, it's gonna be my mess. Well, someone else's mess once I finish the site, maybe. Yes. Okay. So do they components? What? Common. Okay, common in components. Okay. Layouts, footer, header. Okay, that's nice. Banner nav extension. Okay, that's fine. I wonder how they do. How do they do? How do they recommend that you do responsive things? I wonder if they say it anywhere. Media queries. Not the kind of query that I'm looking for. Okay. Responsive. That's not what maybe they don't have an opinion on it. Interesting. Let's say to media queries. I'm sure someone has already asked that, right? Very nice. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I guess whatever your framework does, maybe. No clue. Media responsive embed. What? No. Media queries. JavaScript. What? Small, medium, large. Okay. Record breakpoints. Changing the breakpoints. I don't think I need to change the breakpoint right now. It's large. Sweet. Breakpoint mixin. Okay, so include breakpoint with whatever size. Maybe that. Okay. Okay. I guess that's that. Really? Is that how it's? See, that seems confusing to me because I'm used to from plain CSS you would group all of your breakpoints together and all of the CSS for a given breakpoint in one place, and then it doesn't. That's not how it's done anymore. I'm like, I'm behind the times. I'm old. Well, outdated. My knowledge, I guess, is outdated. I'm not necessarily outdated. Okay, fun, I guess. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, cool. With that being said, I guess I just have to start looking at the files. and designs and implementing those designs. Okay, and this is right here. Now, which one of these? I guess any one of these will work. Okay. Okay. I don't have the proper version of this, so I will use a non-PNG for right now, but it will do the trick. Okay. So this is the mobile version of our design here. It has fun elements right here. So those will be interesting to implement. It has navigation menu, search, logo at the top, and then some stuff at the bottom. I guess as the background white on the site, it does appear to be white. It is not fully white. How can it? Oh. Yes, this is fully white. Okay. Yeah, I guess I will just crop some stuff and whatnot. Let me see the design for desktop. Is the logo the same? Pretty much so. Oh, okay, so I was oh, come on. Move. There, okay. No. No. Come on. I just want to move it. There we go. Okay. 46 by 127. This is bigger. Okay. Wait. Was I looking at the wrong size? Maybe. What is going on? Okay. Okay, well, more or less the same. More or less the same. But actually, I feel like I should probably... Okay, let's just grab this. Let's grab this. And we'll export just this in particular. And... new... Okay, generate layer, get rid of this. What is the trash can? What is this? What? No, I want to delete this layer. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I was helping my wife learn a little bit about web development and things like that. And she was working on a basic website on converting a design from a design to an actual, static website. And what I told her, okay, resize. Come on. Auto crop is what I was looking for, wasn't it? Yes, okay. But I could put a little bit of extra stuff around here. Oh, I do want to get rid of this. So, hold on, let me finish my thoughts first and then I'll explain. So what I was telling her about is that she needs to look through all the different designs in the website, right? And, wrong, correct. She needs to look through all the different designs and first of all figure out which parts of the design overlap the different pages, the different designs, which parts of the site are going to be the same, or very similar regardless of which page you're on. And that's the first thing you should do, that you should do, you know, as a structure to just organize and figure out, okay, these are the things that I'm going to start with because they're going to be the same everywhere, and then I'll kind of build from there. So at least that's kind of the approach that I usually take. You know, so most commonly these elements are the header of the site and the footer of the site usually. And if we scroll through the designs, we can see that that's pretty much the case. Again, as you can see here on the home page design, we do have pack products, our name, and big letters, whereas on the inner pages this is removed from the designs. That's fine because the rest of the header is essentially the same. So we can start with building out the header and the footer, and then work, you know, pick maybe one template and then implement that, and then move on to the next template and so on. So that's exactly what I'm going to start with right here. And yeah, as you can see, header and footer pretty much exactly the same, except for on the home page, which just has this extra bit here, but that's fine. Yeah, so right now I'm just grabbing the logo. I'm actually later on going to, you know, replace this with an actual good resolution image, you know, a PNG version of it that's transparent and whatnot. But for all intents and purposes, we can just do this right now. And I need some sort of brush or something there. Doesn't work. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Size. There. Okay. Perfect. I do want to add a little bit of padding around this. Canvas size, yes. 56 by 70. And let's just center this. Center. Resize. And fill with the bucket. Okay. Layer to image size. Ta-da! Okay. Now export. Okay, sure. Logo JPEG. So we have no transparency. And come on, where's my? Ah, there we go. Yep. Resources, assets, images. There we go. It is fine. Export. Okay, so now we have our logo. The line I'm going to do in CSS, I think, because why not? I don't think we need to have this as part of the image. Yeah, and let's start from there. Just having a little logo up there. Okay. And go back to, I guess, the code actually. Then let's see, so views, oh, blade templates, lovely. Okay, where's the header thingy? Section content, partials, page header. Oh, okay, some partials. So something that if you're coming from just doing WordPress development, you might not be familiar with. They're using the Blade templating engine, which is, no, what is this spaces? Oh, I guess I'll have to live with spaces. Okay, so they're using the Blade templating engine, which is something that is usually used in Laravel. You can use it outside of Laravel, obviously. But it's nice, I think. It kind of mixes, you can still use PHP in it, and as you can see here, there's functions that are obviously WordPress functions. But then there's also these weird tags, you know, where it's not PHP, opening tag PHP, wow, and stuff like that. Although this is opening tag PHP. So yeah, you can use PHP and you can use different helper things. Maybe it's cleaner. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how exactly to describe all the benefits. The nice thing, I guess, is that you can have, so see this extends here, layouts.app, phpstorm, awesome. So yeah, if we look at this one, which is actually in layout/app, so the dashes are actually slashes in the file structure. So if you look at it, this is pretty much the basic, template that every other template extends. And you have things, here that let you, so see this section content will be displayed yield content right here. So when we extend this app layout and we define section content, it's actually going to show up in here in this main class main. So that's a very nice feature of Blade templates. And yeah, it looks a little strange at first. There's some getting used to it. There's some reading up Blade documentation to learn what are all the different tags that you can use and things like that. But yeah, it's nice overall. Okay, so what I was actually trying to do is go to page header. See, look at this. I can just press the shortcut for go to source or whatever it's called. I guess go to declaration, and it just takes me there. Awesome, amazing. Yeah, so as I said, IDE is very cool, definitely, totally worth the learning curve. Yeah. Okay, so it just gives us a div with app. Okay, cool. We do need some more things in there though. And let's see. We do need to set up our tagline. It's not just not a WordPress site, it is actually WordPress products for writers. Products for writers. Is forecast supposed to be capitalized? I'm not sure. We can fix that later. Anyway, time zone 0. There we go. Save changes. Anyway, I will deal with those later. Okay, so let's see what happens if we. Oh, is this gonna break something? Maybe not. I like tabs. Thank you very much. I forgot what the design looks like. Okay, yeah, so just the logo on the left. On the row. And our logo, which I'm sure they have their own. I'm sure they have their own things here, don't they? Probably. Site name, title. Do they not have that? Okay, I guess it's time to read the documentation again. How do I get the URL to the theme directory? Theme functionality. Filters, helpers. Aha, there we go. That's the path. Write the corrected version. Oh. I'm not sure if I need that. Okay, aha, there we go. Images and template files. Yes, we do. Asset, images, whatever. Okay, there. That helped. That is exactly what I was looking for. Sweet. Okay. So we just go here and say logo JPEG. And another thing to note, I have very limited knowledge on accessibility, and it's something that I definitely want to look further into and to develop more, but I just don't have the time necessary to do that right now. But if you do see any, I said I was going to spell check. I didn't say that. I was thinking that. If you do see any issues that can, any accessibility issues that are glaring and big and can be fixed easily, let me know in the chat. I'd be happy to adjust the way I do things. Homepage, or go to the homepage, perhaps. I guess that's descriptive. Okay, and let's see. Do we have an? Ooh, we have a logo right here. Beautiful. Well, the logo's not beautiful, but that's we'll fix that later. Okay. There's the logo. I remember this time, more or less in time. Okay, so we do have the logo here. Where is this pack products coming from though? Header, container, brand. I don't want this though. Okay. So let's see, this is probably coming from, is it the default layout? Do action get header, include Herschel's header. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's page header. Oh, okay, never mind, that's the wrong place. That's fine. That's absolutely fine, okay. Oh. Like I said, I like using tabs. They feel so much nicer. Okay. Okay, yeah, now that I did that change, it actually looks a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So I guess what we could do is add a check in here. Oh, that's horrible. That's gonna bug me that everything is using spaces. I bet I'm gonna bet that they don't use tabs instead of spaces. They don't allow that, do they? With the classic tab. Ooh. Oh wow, that must have been a long time ago. Oh, okay, yes. WordPress doesn't use spaces. That's what I thought. Oh. No, they'll never use. I told you that. Yeah. I get they're not gonna change it, but I'm guessing there's probably no way to change this automatically, is there? Made this change to stage 9. We're using first space moving forward over projects. I don't want it to use spaces. Okay, it's probably gonna bug me, and I'll keep manually changing things over, and then eventually I'll probably find a way, or just deal with the fact that I'm gonna have to do this every time. Anyway, okay, so what I wanted to do here is if this front page, and if I do want to have, according to design, we have the name of the site, and then the tagline should relate to, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea if it should link as well. Okay. Get plugin from the display. And I feel like it should be inside of an H1. Maybe it should not. No, cool. Okay, and then P tagline. I don't think this was available here. No. Get blog info. Tagline. Maybe. The problem now is that it's not going to actually be the front page. Okay, so I'll cheat a little bit. Okay, I guess that's not tagline. What is it called then? Blog description. Is it just description or blog description? I haven't done this in a while, as you can probably tell. Okay, it's just get blog info description. There we go. Like I said, I a little bit right here, just so I can get it to show up where it needs to show up. Okay, so we have this for the home page, so that we can style it later. And yeah, okay. I guess what I could do right now is set up my home page as well. So, yay, wonderful world of blocks, yes. I love it. Home, update, and settings reading, and static page, home, save changes, and there we go. We have our logo here, I mean our name and everything. Cool. So, oh, I guess the other thing, I guess, I haven't done a site from scratch recently. It's been a long time. Yeah, what I used to do a long time ago was to actually set up the page structure as well. So we have about, blog, contact, products, impact. Oh, okay, that's a link to our site. Okay. About, blog, contact. So let's add new pages. About, publish, yes. Add new, blog, contact, products. Okay, and then what I will do is I will go and set up my menu. Menu. Oh, we don't have we don't want home, blog, contact, home, products. We do want a custom link to WordPress.com. Add to menu, create the menu, assign as primary navigation, save, reload the page, and we have a beautiful menu right here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we have the pages, home pages set up correctly. Some point I'll go and grab all of the stuff from the live site because that's already, that content's already up, so you can just copy that over. So what else is in here? menu, something something. Okay, search. I should probably open this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've got no idea which fonts are used here. Okay, I'll have to get that information later on. Well, let's figure out how we're supposed to do the mobile menu. I have no clue. Menu communication patterns, all the same markup. Okay, sweet. Okay, basic menu, item alignment, expand it. Okay, vertical menu. What about mobile version of this? What does it look like? I don't want sticky navigation. Responsive navigation, yes. From like Voltron, okay. Fun. Okay, so medium horizontal menu. Main menu, class nav. Okay. And no. Okay, so let's switch over to the code and see what happens if we try to use one of their things. I guess I haven't figured out which one. Drop down menu. No. Accordion drop down menu. No. Responsive toggle. Okay. Any other work? Okay. Yes, kind of like that. I just need to figure out which kind of menu it is that I'm looking for. What's my one? Nope. Okay, I guess it is this one. Okay. Title bar, data responsive toggle, data height 4. Okay. So let's try that over here. Nav primary. And the ID of the menu is main menu. Oh, no, that's not correct, is it? Okay. Top bar sample menu. Okay, the open up menu does have an option for container ID. Okay. Container ID, right? Let's see, does it work? It does work. Okay, sweet. So this is going to be Something. I guess something like this. Hyper medium. Data toggle. Wait. Okay, and let's see if this actually works here. It's got responsive. I feel like it's not working as I expect it to work. Height 4, what does height 4? Okay, I'll shrink my browser down. What? I'm not convinced this is working as it should be. Is this supposed to be very small? Aha, it is supposed to be. Okay, cool. Now the thing that I want to know though is how to get this mini, because that's what I want. Off canvas wrapper. Mobile off canvas, vertical menu. Okay, fun. Okay, so I guess off canvas. Off canvas. What about off canvas menu? Okay. Okay, so we need some HTML in here. Wrapper, off canvas, and content. Off canvas content. Okay, so essentially what I'm going to have to do is, in the app play PHP thingy, I'm gonna need to add in here. Why is this all in spaces? Oh. No. Spaces. Can I change the number of spaces? Spaces. Just space. It is using. Okay, hold on. Edit. Convert indents. Spaces. Okay, I mean it's already using spaces. Okay, Google to the rescue. phpstorm and spaces. Oh no. Oof. Yes, it's in the settings of phpstorm. Oh. What? There we go. There we go. Editor, code style, Slate, scene, project, use tabs. Yes. PHP. Use tabs. Oh. That's gonna be fun. I wonder if there's. There probably is. There probably is. The WordPress coding standards for phpstorm. I bet that's there. Okay, that's boring. I'll deal with this later on. But the most important thing is that I was showing the wrong stuff. Of course. Okay. Anyway, I was trying to adjust the thingy, Control Shift D, so that hopefully. No, I don't. Code. Control Alt L to reformat code. What? Are you kidding? That is not what. That is not what I meant. Did I not save the settings? Pretty sure I set them up somewhere. Editor, code style, blade, the project settings. Don't want to copy them to IDE. I don't care about this. Okay, that is correct. And this is a blade template. So why is it not working then? File tabs. Yes, use tabs. Okay. Control Alt Shift L. No, that doesn't do what I want it to do. Why do you not do what I want you to do? What? Why? Oh. Editor config. Oh. Haha. Haha. Yes. I found you. Okay, hold on. Maybe I have to open this again. Nope. I don't want it to say what. I want it to work. PHP indent size 4, yes. 4. Okay, that's better. I'm not sure why include. Oh, okay, that is correct. That is correct. No need. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Anyway, so what I was trying to do long before I got caught up in this. Well, welcome to my daily life. Where rabbit holes are everywhere, and you have to be very wary of them. So what I was actually trying to do, I don't need this anymore, is to set up this off-canvas thing. So I guess we need this. Your menu or off-canvas content goes here. I don't feel like it should be up there, though. See, I'm torn. I guess I can have a different layout in case I need to do something else. Okay. Okay, so it will just be here for the time being. Okay. So this is gonna have to be the menu, and then off canvas content with the rest of the page content will be after that. Okay. And position right, because that's where our menu is gonna be. ID of canvas, data of canvas. Okay. Is that all I have to do? Optional wraparound off canvas and the content. This has the vertical or horizontal scroll bars. I'm reading the documentation here. The body will have. I don't think I care about this right now. Click to where it opens the panel. Add the attribute data open or data toggle to the element. Open or toggle the panel when clicked. Okay. ID of the off canvas. Okay, so this is our button and close button. Decide off canvas to close it. Okay. Complete example. Close button. But there's no open button. It's not quite complete. Okay, and so off canvas content. I guess maybe put the button right here for just a second. Oh, I guess we can actually move it over into not page header, but header by PHP. So let's see, title bar. I will come over the title bar. And you can probably use data height for easy, perhaps. I have no idea. Okay, and let's copy over the menu thing. Okay, place it right in here. If we have primary navigation, inside menu mobile. Okay, and let's see if this actually shows up in any shape, way, or form when we're on a smaller screen. Open menu. Open menu. Maybe open menu always shows up. I have no clue. That doesn't seem to work. What if it's more? That doesn't seem to work. It's changing some things for sure. Oh. Remember when I was talking about this file being probably something not worth doing? Or that I'm gonna cry over disabling everything? Yes. Yes, indeed. Off canvas. Okay. Let's see if that will be enough. Woohoo! Haha, it works. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Visibility classes. I imagine the visibility classes are what? Okay, height 4. Reading more documentation. Height 4. Vertical height of a certain size. But doesn't this work for screen readers only? Generic height classes. Oh, it can be a. Is it supposed to be a class or? Where did I even see this height? Was it here? breakpoint can change with data. Oh, okay. So this is specific to that particular thing. Okay. Okay. So I guess I just need to change, set it to height for medium. Okay. Back to the code. Close editor.config. I can close that. And the header, right? Yes, so class button height for medium. Okay. And if we switch over back to the browser, ta-da! There we go. I'm not sure where the menu is going to hide. Maybe it'll have to be before it does. Maybe it'll be on tablet, so I don't know. I'll get back to this later. Nav primary and height for medium. Okay. Ah, sorry. Show for medium. There we go. That is much better. Now when it's smaller, comes from the side. When it's bigger, shows up here. Perfect. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that we can also hide for this stuff, because according to the design, oh, okay, it's still showing up here. Okay, I guess we don't have to hide it. Okay. Sweet. We have a thingy on the side. What are that thingy on the side? Let's see if this works more. Maybe I can convince our designer that it can look like this. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. Okay. Cool. Fine. Now I have to set up everything else. Well, since it's been 2 hours, almost, I guess almost, I might actually cut it off here and continue next time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I do plan on doing these every Thursday, and I believe I can actually stick to a schedule. And yeah, it should be every Thursday at the same time, unless I decide to change the times, but I don't know. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I do post there when the next stream is going to be, usually at least at the beginning of that day. But yeah, I'm planning to do every Thursday at the same time, and it will be stuff like this where I'm just, rambling and beating my head over trying to figure out why or how to set things up. Again, it's not polished, it is not condensed in any way, it is just this, and all of its gory details of the struggles of a web developer, I guess, if you can say that. Yeah, and so that's the plan. And I will probably see you next week, maybe, hopefully, yes. Yeah, so just summarize, I was able to set up super easy Sage, Bedrock and Sage to use as a complete base for the whole project, including setting up WordPress through Composer and having nice default settings for all of the file structure around WordPress and the core files, and then some other things, and then using Sage as a starter theme to have some sane defaults and some nice things to it, nice tools, and yeah, it worked very easy. I'm so far impressed. It's gonna be a lot of reading documentation, figuring how to do things with each of the different tools that I'm using. So reading the Sage documentation and reading the foundation documentation and trying to figure out how things are supposed to work and Googling things around a lot to see what other people are facing and how they're solving their problems and adapting them to my particular case. So yeah. I hope you had a good time, more or less. I hope you learned something new. Hopefully this is the first, well, hopefully this is not the first time you've seen Sage, but if it was your first time to see Sage and, you know, the root stack in general, then I hope that you are just as impressed as I am and you're, you know, next time you set up a project, go check it out. I think it's definitely a time saver and it's worth it. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for your time very much, and I will see you again next week. Have a good one. That is not correct, by the way. I'm not going live again in 12 minutes. I need to fix this timer. Oh, I know what happens. I'll fix it for next time. See ya.